Hi there, welcome to this video. If you have your ascendant in Aries and your moon in Virgo and your sun in Aquarius, then this is your video. So you have your ascendant in cardinal fire, Yang. You have your moon in mutable earth, Yin. And you have your sun, 11th house sun, very strong with communities, very strong with the internet, and your social recognition can come from the internet. In Aquarius, which is the 11th sign of the zodiac, it is fixed air, Yang. Okay, now the ascendant is the degree of the zodiac rising on the eastern side of the horizon at the moment of your birth, and the sign on which it falls is your rising sign. So your ascendant is the filter through which the world perceives you. When you walk into a room, it is your ascendant that people notice. So people notice your purposeful stride, the edginess in your eyes. You're not afraid of eye contact, and you're not afraid to stare down an enemy, stare down a competitor, because you know you are the boss. And you're not afraid to say what's in your mind. And that may hurt people sometimes, but if you're not coming from a place of ego, Aries is about authenticity. So you like to be authentic. You like to say it how it is. You don't want to embellish. You don't want to fluff things up. So this is a very hot, dry energy, Aries. So be careful of keeping in touch with your compassion and your empathy. Otherwise, Aries can be devoid of those emotions, those higher vibrations. Now, it is the Jungian mask, the ascendant. It is the sum total of your personality. And Aries is the archetype of the pioneer, the trailblazer, the initiator. Ruled by fiery Mars, the red planet. It's about war, strife, and competition. But it is also about our action principle, that is Mars. A well-balanced Mars is what gets us going in the world. It is what helps us achieve our goals, our dreams, our ambitions. It's the I do factor, without which nothing really can be done, okay? And to understand Mars in your chart is very important because it's your ascendant ruler, right? So you're definitely combative, you are definitely competitive, you're a go-getter with this energy. You may start a lot of things but not conclude them. So that is something you've got to work with. Now, after the 30th degree of Pisces, which is the degree of archetypalization, the sun is born into Aries with a mini big bang. And everything starts anew, okay? So even when the sun enters Aries in the northern hemisphere, it is spring. And we have the promise of life. We have the promise of renewal. So this is the infant of the zodiac, and much of the trials and tribulations, shadow work that you have to face when you work with the sign has to do with this infancy and the growing up process, which is not easy, and we all have to go through it, no matter who we are. So with the infancy vibration, with the infant understanding, there will always be a selfish streak to the sign. But as Stephen Forrest, the eminent astrologist, says, that it is important for the goal of Aries to be enlightened selfishness, right? And basically you have to live in alignment with your inner authenticity. And if ever you are out of alignment with your soul karma, you may feel this questioning within of your inherent self-worth. Okay, you may question your inherent self-worth, and that can be exacerbated with your 6th house moon in Virgo, and if you have a 6th house Mars, say, okay, on the cusp of the 6th house, it could be very problematic. Now, so can the agitating fires of Aries, because When you are born with this ascendant, you are here to change your directionality and to start again, okay, to start something new, have new experiences. So Aries rules the head. Its exoteric ruler, traditional ruler is Mars, esoteric ruler is Mercury. So we immediately understand that Aries is about higher wisdom and the pursuit of higher wisdom, the world, the realm of cogitation, okay, higher cogitation. So because Aries rules the head, you being an Aries ascendant, the head is a huge part of your identity. So prominent, edgy eyes, you're moody, you're temperamental, you have very swift metabolism, okay, and you move very quickly. Your movements are not slothful, they're quick, they're purposeful. Now, if you have any sort of, so I was describing your facial features, of course, remember this is a key component of your identity. A lot of Aries women like to keep their hair short, Aries ascendant women, because there's just a lot of testosterone with this sign, a lot of masculine vibe with this sign, and even the bodies of these women are squarish and more masculine, and they have tremendous amounts of restless energy. Tremendous amounts of restless energy. So yoga, working out, it has to be done to empower Mars, right? Now, as I said, you're not afraid of eye contact. So you can raise your eyebrows and make eye contact and stare down an enemy and you will do it, okay? So if you have hard aspects to your Mars, it can show up with persistent acne, migraines, hypertension, high blood pressure, ENT issues, sensitive teeth and gum. You may have power. If you don't, then you would like to slap on a pair of shades because you like to accentuate this part of your body. Too much of fire can, burn hair, so you can have fragile, brittle hair. Extra virgin cold pressed coconut oil will fix that. And you may like to wear streaks, red streaks especially, golden red streaks. You may like to just highlight your cheekbones and wear nice makeup, not too feminine like say a Taurus ascendant, but you like to make a statement when you walk into a room. Definitely. Be careful of hard aspects when of say Saturn transiting Saturn, or say transiting Uranus or Mars to your natal planets, okay, particularly your personal planets. Be careful of that because that's when accidents can happen. Fires. Don't drive under the influence. Don't give into road rage. Don't operate heavy machinery if you're not prepared. Don't get into any kind of combative, highly competitive situations because freak accidents can happen. Stay away from guns, heavy machinery, monster trucks and all of that. Be careful of violence, the streak of violence and anger within you. Always ground the Aries energy. It's fire, it's hot and dry, so ground that energy. Now moon is the very opposite of the ascendant. It's who we are when the Yangian mask comes off. It is who we are in our most vulnerable self. It is how we connect, how we emote, our psychic awareness, our empathy, our compassion, our mother, our childhood, our habit patterns. All of this is the moon. And the moon really tells us how we feel about the world, okay, and how we feel creates all the actions around our lives, and that creates the habit patterns. So according to esoteric astrology, the moon becomes a big challenge after the age of 35 because you spend so much time developing all these habit patterns that they become toxic to your soul growth. So understand your Virgo moon. In its high manifestation, Virgo is the 6th house of service, healing, the physical body, health, purpose, cleanliness. Virgo understands cleanliness is godliness because they're here to see the beauty of duality in form. They understand that the Christ principle gestates in the substance of the body. So the body is the temple. Literally, Virgo moons, you understand that the body is a temple. So lower vibrations of Virgo, nagging, critical, judgmental, always unsure, it's mutable, So this not being able to make up your mind, work with that. Other than that, you're great with completing things. Virgo likes to complete things because it likes to be industrious and purposeful and helpful. So with your Aries and Aquarius, not good with detailing, not good with completions, your Virgo moon can fuel that. Okay? And you may be able to complete more than most Aries ascendants. As I said, that if you're giving into too much of judgment and you're judging everything, you're not experiencing life, then you're not really understanding the meaning of Virgo. Virgo is to heal your physical body, to find Christ within, okay? Because Virgo understands that the Christ is within, okay? The kingdom of God is within you. Virgo rules the digestion, so whatever you put in, having a 6th house moon, take care of your health. Take care of your everyday habit patterns or any kind of intoxications or any kind of destructive self-sabotage patterns that you might have created. Work through them with the lunar cycles. Okay, Virgo is the realm of Mercury, as I said, so it's ideation, logic, analysis. It is actually analysis. It likes to hack everything to bits and then puts them back to figure out how things work. But if you hack things too much, then they might be so beyond repair that you can't put them back. So that is something to be aware of. Allow, flow, be. Let things be. Understand, initiate with your Aries ascendant and complete with your Virgo moon. Now the sun is your father, it's your goals, your ambitions. It's how you take your internal chi and project it onto the world. It's your success. 11th house sun is, again, Aquarius, is a very peculiar sign. No other planet seems to be very much affected by Aquarius. The energies flow except the sun, because the sun rules Leo and Leo is the polarity of Aquarius. So the sun is always in a sticky situation in Aquarius. It's Saturn's domain and Uranus' domain. Okay, Uranus and Saturn are very contradictory energies, almost like the glyph of Aquarius, the sin and cosine waves of life, of electricity. Okay, the water bearer is about the phohatic waters of life that create universes. Okay, as Vishnu moves around the waters of existence, he preserves. So this is the waters of existence, the waters of samsara. Aquarius, having an 11th house sun, you're very community related. Emotions is not your strong forte, not Aries, not Virgo, not Aquarius. And with the Virgo moon, your emotions can be very conflicted and you may not even acknowledge them. Aquarius also great with communities, but not great with one-on-one or intimacy. Your father was definitely strange. Definitely strange. And your career or your success can come strange, just out of the blue, through the internet. Something abrupt. Uranus, the energy of Uranus is always abrupt. Now, you have Aries ascendant and Aquarius sun. Both these signs are the signs of the visionary, the pioneer. So you've got that tremendous pioneering energy, starting something new. And Aquarius is a sign of the innovator, who likes to innovate for the community. They're very community oriented, because they see the waters of life, the life giver, that is Aquarius, is giving us life through a recognition of diversity, of unity in diversity. The life giver sees that all is one, but still understands the diversity in it, because Aquarius is a futuristic sign, the sign of tech. That's why I said your fame could come from the internet. You could innovate apps. The Aries, visionary. Aquarius, visionary. Aries is a sign of death, by the way, because in esoteric astrology, because here the soul is burned to rise again. And the soul ruler of Aquarius is Jupiter. So this is about expanding your consciousness. This is about the realm of robotics. So that's something you could be looking at. Technology, and having that Virgo moon and Aries, you can think of pioneering new technologies that, or even figure out a way to work with cryptos, right? You see humanity's oneness through all of their differences, and that's your beauty. So that was a bit about Aries ascendant, Virgo moon, and Aquarius sun. Subscribe please, leave me a comment and let me know what you think. You could be a great scientist, by the way, as well.